Hello everyone, I'm Forrest McFreelava, and this is Let's Play Italy and Hearts of Iron 3 number 10. We left off in October of 1944, about to invade the Soviet Union in support of the Germans, who are pretty much on their last legs. So, without any further ado, we'll declare war to puppet the Soviet Union. We can always add additional war goals later on. First things first, we're going to take all of our Marines and drop them all off on Sevastopol. All of these forces are to gun it forward. All of these forces are to gun it forward. All of these forces are to gun it forward. And really just everyone is to attack with all the might that they can bring pretty much everywhere possible. The general idea behind this being to just overwhelm the Soviet defenders in at least a few key points and then just flood through. So these forces will all move up to reinforce. It looks like the Soviets are launching a large amount of counterattacks immediately. We'll take a couple forces over to reinforce. We are winning there though, which is the most important thing. First Armada, let's bring you over here to support our troops. You will have to be resupplied from, say, Istanbul, and we'll roll you over to there. Looks as though we're generally making some decent progress. The Battle of Sevastopol is going mediocre, which is less than ideal. We all know the war plan, so we're going to go ahead and just hide that, as it doesn't really help us too much on the day-to-day. Alright, these forces we're all going to just group up and send over, and same with these forces. Well, no, we'll leave them there for now, as we don't really know the supply limit or the fullest extent to which we can supply our forces. Alright, now that we have reinforcements here, it looks as though we have won that battle. This group will go ahead and attack, and we have won there immediately now that we brought forces in. Alright, so that's all going well. We did manage to advance in these positions, which is great. We might want to attempt to aid the Germans in encircling some of these Soviet defenders. Just because if the Germans are doing so very poorly, we may need to support them to actually win. Ultimately, though, let's see what we can do. All of these forces are to charge forth. Everyone is to go as quickly forward as you can. We need to take over these Caucasus Mountains so we can encircle all of these forces. It looks as though we accidentally just fought a battle with all of those armored units, which is kind of a bad choice, but whatever. These forces are all to attack, and we're winning that battle, which is the most important part. Alright, so everyone will hopefully move forward. The Germans will hopefully launch something resembling a counterattack. We'll go ahead and open and close the battle plan editor. We will close Operation Black Ice, open a new plan, which will be lines, and we will apply that. And we'll go ahead and make this in green. And we will just mark pretty roughly where the Soviet-German battle lines are at the moment, so that we'll know if the Germans are actually able to hold their weight with our support. Now, if the Germans can hold their own with us supporting them, then this is doable. So we'll just put that, and we may as well just hold our own lines onto that too. Alright, so this is the this is the current line. That doesn't help us now, but in the future we'll know just the extent to which we're making progress, and we'll definitely try to encircle as many of these enemy forces as we possibly can. Sevastopol is going alright. These forces are all meeting up and moving forward, and we'll leave some of the quicker units behind so that they can speed up when able. Let's see, first air intercept, we'll bring you over just to Constanta. First tactical bomber, you will also come over to Constanta. Let's see, first air intercept, wait, what? Oh, first air transport. Alright, yeah, we'll bring first air transport over to Varna. Let's see, second air intercept will also show up. the main goal is to just try to keep everything as well organized and running as smoothly as we can for this rather significant series of events. We're losing the Western Canary Islands, which is just going to happen. Alright, these forces are to move forward. We should definitely keep our eye on the goal, though. Any amount of Soviet divisions we can encircle is going to be at least a minor victory for us. There is a lot of armor up north, but we would have to go kind of out of our way to actually attack them. Hopefully these forces will be able to move forward. These guys will attack. And, alright. I'm feeling fairly confident in their ability to move and do their jobs. Alright, so they've managed to win that. They'll keep charging forward. Everyone else is still moving. If we're able to cut off the defenders of Crimea, that will be a pretty good boon for our forces. We'll go rush over and encircle this mechanized group. That is a good thing we're doing. We've won another battle. We'll just keep trying to outrun any of the Soviet defenses. The main goal is to just drive through and cut them off from the Black Sea. If we can do that, we're in a good spot. Alright, a couple of these forces we'll need to bring around just to various locations we have to pierce through. This is going to be won or lost based on our encirclements. Alright, please let us get there before the Soviets. These armored units will move up. One unit will even move around completely behind them. Actually, no, we'll move that up to Odessa. It looks like we're under some significant attack up here, but we won it. These two groups will attack. Please do well. Yes, they're doing very well. This group will attack back there. They just retreated, which is terrible news. We did manage to destroy one Soviet group, though, which is great. We won the Battle of Sevastopol. Alright, now let's load up all of these troops and get them out of there. We'll just drop them off and pick up mechanized units to take over the slack. Alright, we are winning that battle. Let's go ahead and gun forward just with one group. Hopefully win that quickly. There we go, we'll move around them. We'll leave one group behind. These troops are going to just start spreading out. It is a little dangerous to spread our forces so thin. Hopefully it won't be that dangerous though. These troops are all going to move forward. We should keep moving our corps forward too, just to keep something of a command group in order, or in something resembling order. Alright, this group will just move over and around and reinforce. This group will charge up. Alright, Marines get loaded up. We'll go rebase over here. First air intercept and first and second tactical bomber will move over. And let's go ahead and do just full air superiority all throughout this area. Tactical bomber, you're going to start doing just, what? I guess, what? Why? Okay, rebase here. First things first. Second, alright, there we go. They will do interdictions in the surrounding area. Alright, how are these forces doing? They're still bogged down in the mountains, which isn't terribly surprising, although it is unfortunate. Now we are winning these battles, that's the most important thing. Apparently we are facing some severe supply issues in some provinces. Alright, everyone here, just keep moving over. These groups will go around. We've won the battle of, apparently, just some areas. We don't really need to worry too much about their names right now. Supply issues are becoming a concern. Alright, mechanized groups, load up. Wait, actually, 8th Corps, all of your mechanized units load up. We'll transport you over to Sevastopol. These groups will rush. Actually, we shouldn't rush them up, just out of fear that we will get cut off, and in fact, that is a very negative battle for our forces. Let's see. Where is air transport? First air transport. You're going to just start doing supply drops. These forces are very slow in the mountains, however, hopefully they will speed up in time. We are making some decent progress. Let's go ahead and look at the German lines. They are still being pushed back or holding on. Either way, they are not advancing. Alright, those forces are all able to move up a bit. We aren't winning out loud against all of these Soviet forces, although we don't really need to be. Alright, these troops have all landed. We'll go attack with half of them and see if that's good enough. And it looks as though it will be. Alright, Marines, they have another goal. We'll go ahead and land them up here. Are we still making progress? Slowly. Slow slogging progress in these Caspian Mountains. We are losing some ground here, though. But as long as we're able to encircle these divisions, it doesn't matter. We've won the Battle of Yalta, so let's bring the rest of the forces up. This battle we have won. We'll take our forces forward still. Once we surround this group, hopefully they will realize their mistake and retreat. And we'll just move up and around so that they'll continue to supply. These forces, the infantry, will bring up and around just to provide a backbone to our forces. Alright, these forces managed to apparently move up, which is good news. And we'll give a control group, or a control order to at least one of them, or a shift order, whatever you want to call it. We should probably unite these two forces against that infantry group. We'll wait for that, though. Alright, the groups that are ready and the groups that are not will both move forward in a general sense. This group will go around. We did win that battle. Hopefully they'll realize they're being encircled and try to retreat, but hopefully also do that too slowly to actually get out. These guys are to move forward. We can hopefully keep up this surround effort. We'll leave that lower organization group behind, go attack there. We are winning pretty much everywhere. That battle is not going too well, but we'll have them encircled in a moment, and I imagine they will give up once they realize. Nope, still not. We did win that battle, though, so we can just roll up. And once we defeat them there, we can just move this force back and over. Alright, these forces are actually a bit overextended themselves now. We'll even take this less than fully organized group. These troops will go around. We're probably going to get a large group of Soviet forces on us by just attacking them so boldly, so many places at once. But that's alright. Alright, that group is going to attack. Hopefully with the support of that group, and it's not enough, so we're actually going to keep them all staying put. That battle's going a little negatively. Ooh, that battle's going really poorly. Alright, we gotta get these troops out of here. lest they be encircled. Hopefully we can just go around. Alright, those groups are both attacking. This group will go over and around. Let's see, we'll drop this group of Marines off over here just to cut off the enemy. This group will go there. Hopefully they won't have a fight. And that appears to be the province that actually has the port. So we'll drop these guys off. Apparently no one has a port there. So we're not actually going to deal with that, as we don't want to lose our forces. We'll drop those Marines there and hopefully cut them off. Please get out of there quickly. There we go. You managed to escape. That's good news. And you're better prepared so you won't die. So that's great news. These troops are now under attack and have to defend themselves. Alright, what's the progress over here, though? Solid. Okay, that's good. We'll keep moving forward with everyone we've got. Move a couple forces up. Alright, that battle's going a little bit less than we would, or less than spectacularly, which is not great. These forces will go reinforce. We've got a lot of our just main units. We'll bring a few infantry groups up, create a pretty defensive line. Hopefully once we take that province we'll be able to move forward. This group will go around. We did win that battle. Hopefully we'll be able to encircle the enemy. Alright, you guys are to charge. Okay, I guess we're being fought. Hopefully they win that little race. Alright, so there aren't very many Soviet forces defending the gaps over there. That is good news. Ah, sadly they did beat us there. And now they're counterattacking. Although it isn't going very well for them. Alright, this group's to attack. And it looks as though we just destroyed that group immediately. Hopefully they'll win right there. Alright. That group's doing a little less than we would, or less well than we would like. So we'll probably just keep them where they're at right now. Let's see, all of these forces, we'll leave one group behind. We'll move the infantry over because they're slowest, so we want them to be moved as far forward as we can because all of the other groups can just move up quickly. Alright, let's see, hopefully we'll be able to destroy that group fairly quickly. We'll bring the rest of these forces, we'll bring them over. These troops will move up. We do appear to have some large pile of forces here. It's just 2 infantry and a lot of just command units. We'll bring the command units down a bit. Alright, we did win the Battle of Tulane. The enemy is bringing in a significant amount of force, so we might want to actually start pulling back and get a defensive location up so we can flood it with infantry and then start making encircling moves. The Caspian offensive is going a little bit more slowly than would be ideal. And apparently we did lose the next Battle of Talny. So these forces are to start moving back and get into more long-term defensive locations. How are the Germans doing? Poorly. How are the Japanese doing? Not noteworthy. Alright, we have a lot of forces committed to this Caspian, Caucasian front. Hopefully not too many. We'll go battle them right there. Looks like we are losing a couple battles. namely a battle right here. So we'll pull back, we'll hold on to that. We'll move one of these forces over, whereas this battle right here, these guys were already supposed to be evacuating, so that's alright. We'll try to rush up and encircle that city. Alright. Overall, not too poor of a showing by our forces. We'll hopefully be able to win this Caucasian theater pretty quickly, and then we'll just encircle them with the forces that remain. Do we have enough forces to just win out loud right there? Let's unpause. Yes, okay, good. So we'll just defeat them there and then just keep encircling them. Alright, now it is the middle of December. We have taken over a bit of southern Ukraine. We'll keep falling back with these forces just because we really don't want to fight there. And we'll just keep falling back in a general sense on that portion of the front, as we did get a little too ahead of ourselves. We are facing some supply throughput issues, which is not really something unheard of in the Soviet Union. We'll try to take over as many ports as we can. This theater is doing alright. We'll just bring this group up even further. This group will also go up as far as it can go. Did these units not actually be able to attack? Alright, I guess they broke down. We'll just leave one unit behind, the other will move forward. Alright, so we'll pull back here, let the Soviets extend themselves a little too much, ideally. Maybe we can go ahead and encircle a few of their forces right here. We'll pull back one of the less organized groups, bring this group forward, hopefully move these guys around. Let's see what's happening. Where is this? Right here, where we're already evacuating. Alright, we'll keep evacuating those forces. And hopefully we'll be able to surround this city in a moment. We'll just bring forces around as quickly as possible. Down here, the situation is going very well for the moment. It looks as though Soviet forces are retreating, so we'll go ahead and follow them. And we were doing poorly in that battle, however their strategic position is untenable, so they retreat anyway. Alright, looks as though we have a full surround of this city. We'll attack with all the units available, which is, to be honest, quite a small number of units. And we won that battle immediately, though, which is great news. And it looks as though they're retreating over this way. Alright, some of these battles are going pretty poorly. So we'll have to pull back from there, as that unit is horribly disorganized. This unit will stay put to just maintain something of a line. Alright. This battle is worryingly going poorly. So we'll go ahead and just beat them there. That is good news. We'll actually have to probably win that battle just till we ensure that we won't be cut off. Let's see, we'll pull back this horribly disorganized group. That'll hopefully help the battle. Alright, these forces have gone as far forward as they can. We'll keep moving anyway. We'll bring one group over. Alright, this is going fairly well. If we can just win this battle, we'll be in a slightly better spot. We'll bring some reinforcements over to here. Those units can probably hold out. It looks like we did defeat that one group. We can probably launch an attack. We'll see how well these guys do. Fairly well, that's good news. We'll pull these guys back and over. Alright, that unit is doing poorly, so we'll stop fighting there, and we'll just keep attacking there. Alright, we should probably redirect the main thrust of our offensive up to the north, as that appears to be where we're going to get the most traction. Which group is going down? That group. Alright, you guys are going to go north. There aren't any enemy units there, so we'll do well. Let's see. We are under attack in one location, a few locations. That battle's actually going worryingly poorly, so we'll go rebase real quickly and pick up more Marines. Alright, let's get these Marines on ship and go transport them over. Alright, that battle's not actually going too well for us. We are winning this battle though. We did win it just now. Alright, where are the Marines? They're on their way. Alright, there we go. Now that's going very well. And we'll go support them from the sea as well, so that's even better. Let's go reinforce these guys. These soldiers are going to just try to cut forward. Can we just win here? Hopefully they're not actually going to fight. They will fight, but hopefully not so well. Alright. Alright. These forces, how will they do? Poorly. Let's not go there. We'll try to win right here, though. Alright, that battle is not one worth fighting. We'll stay put. These guys can win, though, so that's good. We'll try to do that. Alright, the Soviets definitely have a lot of armored units. The Germans not really in a position to pull their weight. So it looks as though it's really going to be us against the Soviets, with nominal, at best, support from the Germans. Not as though we're really expecting much in the way of German assistance. Where's this battle? Alright, that's going poorly, that's alright. It is actually our area, our lands that they're attacking into now, which is a little concerning. But ultimately nothing I'm very worried about. At least not now. This group will fall back as that looks like an untenable position. Okay, we'll leave one organized Marine group, move the others up, and actually no, we'll keep them all there. Let's not risk our Marines. Alright, we did lose that battle, which is a bit sad. We did manage to win right here, though. So those groups are moving forward. Can this group win? It's kind of just the same battle now, so we're not going to try. We'll go down and over. And we'll just keep attempting to surround them wherever possible. It looks as though this area will actually be, in fact, the part that wins it for us. I believe we did not win that battle, and it looks as though we lost right there, which is a problem, so we're going to start pulling these forces back and just shorten the front. We may have to give up this city. We'll pull this group back. We don't really have very many forces up this far into Soviet territory. And we are losing some of these battles quite significantly. We'll go reinforce these men, hopefully bring at least a few of the Soviet forces away. This battle's going just awfully, so we won't keep that up. Alright, we'll probably fall back from there. Alright, these forces will also fall back. Alright, not ideal. We're going to stop that attack as it seems pretty suicidal at this point. Alright, yeah, so that's not the best that this could have gone. We're actually going to start taking these forces and actually leaving them there because Hungary is also fighting the Soviets. So if they start to fall, then we'll have to deal with that. And we wouldn't really help ourselves any. Oh, great, we have these two mechanized groups. We'll start bringing them up. We'll put one right there, take these guys forward as quickly and just as quickly as possible. Alright, we did win right there, so we're going to rush forward with these forces. We need to bring a group over to reinforce. They'll hopefully get there soon enough. This group will move up, this group will stay put. That is actually kind of risky, so this group will actually go back and not risk themselves. We've won that battle. Let's see, we do have a huge buildup of forces here. Luckily, it looks as though we're going to just win that battle. Whereas this, Barbiette, will fall back, as that's now a bit beyond the scope of areas we can defend. Alright, these men are doing well. What is this? Oh, India. Okay. Sorry for being all silent there for a second. I am largely brooding, to be honest. The Operation Black Ice is going probably as well as a more reasonable person would have expected it to, which means it's going much, much worse than I had hoped. Alright, let's see. This battle's going not in our favor. We'll pull back the least organized unit. Just so we have them for later. We'll pull these units back and just kind of fill out a front line. These forces are attempting to retreat. We could probably head them off. If we're actually going to be successful or not remains to be seen. Now we are making some good progress against the Soviets down in this theater. That is very important news, as it is a place where we're actually winning. Let's see, all of here is going alright, whereas that's going poorly. We could probably bring some reinforcements in. We're going to take our core, or our command units and bring them back a bit, as it doesn't look as though we're going to be making any really significant breakouts there. We'll attack with our Marines, just to pin them down. Sadly, they retreated. We did win right there. That's good. Apparently Luxembourg is a province of the Soviet Union. I don't know enough about the Soviet Union to say if that's historical, but knowing that it's a paradox game, I'll go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt. Alright, if we can win this Caspian Mountain Theater campaign, all that, then we're not going to be in a terrible spot. I mean, obviously we're not in a great spot, but not a terrible spot. Alright, we're going to get these forces and attempt to just battle this Soviet group. And we'll get these men to go and circle around as well. Everyone else is going to just keep advancing as much as they are able. It looks as though the Soviets are bringing some considerable force against our Marine group. If we win that battle, we'll retreat them out of there, as we don't want to just lose them in a pointless battle. Alright, we have enough forces that we might be able to work an encirclement on that small group. We'll take some of our least organized units and go rush over. Now, some of these areas we are doing poorly. Let's see, where are we fighting so poorly? Right there. Alright, you guys are to just retreat. Everyone here is to get back so we don't all die. This group is doing poorly. They were rather limited in their support, though, so that's not too surprising. Everyone else is to fall back a bit as well. How's this battle going? Really well, actually. That's good. Significant Soviet force. We'll retreat from there. Ooh, that's not good. Are we doing well in this battle? Poorly. Alright. We'll bring the Marines and get them involved in this fight. That actually did manage to help it quite a bit. Right here isn't doing so hot. We'll pull our forces back. And suddenly right there is not doing well either, so we'll pull these men back too. That does kind of bode poorly for our encirclement plan, so we'll just rush over. so we can rescue our Marines if at all possible. It looks like some of them are already retreating towards the ships. Alright, these groups will go south and around, or actually no, we'll leave one there, we'll move one over. You will move over to here, you'll move to there, you will stay put, you will go around, and actually those two will go and cut off the Soviet Union's forces all throughout the region. This battle is going really poorly, so you all stay put. You need to get back there immediately. Hopefully we'll win at least a few of these. Alright, this battle's going really badly, pull back. This battle is going really badly. Anyone who can get to the boats, pull back to them, please. Alright, it looks like that's not very many of you. Everyone else, well, just begin a general retreat from this area. You guys are also to fall back. Let's see, right there, that is going poorly. Alright, these forces are to just stay put then. Hopefully these men will be able to get there before they're cut off. And in a moment we'll have cut off at least a decent portion of these Soviet forces, really all of the forces down here, which will just kind of leave in a slowly reducing pocket. We do have a group of Marines here, so we'll just drop them off to complete a supply line. This group can actually probably rush up here, not really to fight there, but just to damage enemy forces to an extent. We may have to start falling back to Crimea though, so we'll have to keep an eye out for just how poorly the situation goes. Some of these areas are going not that well, but realistically, in an overall sort of strategic position and picture, let's see what the Germans are doing. Still losing. Alright. The situation could be described as somewhat desperate. Or maybe not desperate. Not ideal. Suboptimal, we could say. Let's build a rocket test site. That's probably important. We'll rush that. Alright, so we might end up fighting for ourselves a slogging match with the Soviet Union. Not exactly the ideal thing, but not really a terrible one either, provided they lost considerable forces against the Germans, which we can certainly hope that they must have done. Alright, let's see. So with this all, we'll be able to have a complete corridor blocking off their forces from the Caspian region. This battle's going very poorly all of a sudden. We'll just retreat to there. We probably don't even need to bring the Marines, but we still have them on the way, and that's alright. We're facing some severe supply issues, but so will a decent portion of the Soviets in a moment. And this group will just roll up. Alright, let's see. That battle's going very poorly, and in fact it's already been lost. Cool. This battle's also going very poorly. We'll pull this force back. We're probably going to have to worry about threats coming from the Romanian areas in a moment. Alright, these men are going to have to keep retreating. These forces are also going to pull back now. And we may have to settle in for a defensive series of engagements. Let's see, we could probably roll into the Germans and puppet them, though that really wouldn't be the most helpful. It would get them under new management, under Italian management, which may help the war effort somewhat. Or it might just hurt it in a different way. You never really know with these things. Alright. These forces are nearly done with their attempt to cut off the Soviets. We did win that battle, which is very important. These forces can go move up. These forces can move down. That one will have to stay put, actually. That's going a little bit less than as well as I would hope for it to go, so we'll keep those forces contained. Alright, that force is lost, and we actually lost a full group. These men are all to evacuate. Alright, these men are also to pull back. Alright, we need to set up a defensive line. That is going to be the next objective right now, because everything else is kind of falling apart. So, where's this defensive line going to be? Well, the obvious place is going to be just down here. We'll get some armored units, we'll hold them in reserve. Our mechanized forces will go up and just hold a thin green line of Italian forces as far forward as we can. So, let's see, as far forward as we can without actually really moving too far up that it actually really negatively affects us. So right on the river for most of it, and then up a little bit. And that will be where they all hold out. Their corps will have to stay back for now. We have another group of motorized which will be able to come up and reinforce later on. That group is not going to win that. Alright. Well. Alright, you men are to retreat. Worst case, we'll go to Crimea. Apparently we lost a province to the US. Not quite sure where that was. Alright, you guys are to fall back. Nova Odessa. Let's launch a quick counterattack and see if we can break them up there. Battle of Borzy, we're actually losing pretty handedly. That is not going to happen. This force will stay put. They're also not going to be able to defeat us there. We'll roll this group around. These groups will go up. And that will be a solid defensive line. Right here is going pretty poorly, so we'll actually just fall back. Does anyone actually have supplies? Not enough. Let's see, first tactical bomber, let's get you to Sevastopol. Now let's start tactically bombing these guys. Hopefully turn the tide a little bit. Alright, we are slightly winning right here. Alright, we did win that. So we'll just bring this one group forward, everyone else will stay back. This group really would be great if we could evacuate. Although I guess it doesn't need to happen. This group will stay put. We'll actually check. We'll move them over and around. And we'll try to just encircle this group. How well that works will remain to be seen. These forces are not actually doing very well in this battle. There's not really much we can do for these guys. They might just be trapped. in which case they'll probably be encircled and destroyed. Oh, they are already encircled. They might just be destroyed. We'll charge forward with all of these forces. We're doing very well. Those men will go up. That man will go around. They'll stay put. They are retreating in an interesting direction, which is at least something. We'll keep these armored units back and prepare to move them forward. 34th Corps, you and all of your troops are to go back to there and provide defense if needed. Alright, Marines, you're to fall back. Where's 2nd Armada? They're just right there. We're losing India to the United States. Can't really do much about that. Can we win this battle? We can. It looks as though they're already out of supplies. Not entirely, though. But enough that we might be able to get some easy victories, which are the best types of victories. Alright, this force is definitely doomed at this point. Well, they put up a good fight. Right here, let's see if we can probably not actually support them. That group's gone, that group's going to be gone. No, let's not do anything with them. Alright, very under-strength units will fall back. All of these command groups are going to fall back and reveal that we actually have a pretty severe gap in the lines right there, which could probably be exploited. And we don't have anywhere near as many forces as it appears on this front. Alright, the lesser organized group is going to fall back. These forces are going to need to get a group to go defend their exit points. That group's pretty much gone now. It has just disappeared. These men can hold out for some time. First tactical bomber, you're to rebase over to here and begin to tactically bomb this area. Alright, we're going to keep encircling that group of enemy infantry. And these forces are going to go around and just destroy all of the enemy forces we have encircled. Actually, no, we'll leave them. We have more important things to deal with. There are quite a few Soviet divisions. Simplified terrain map mode shows that we're not quite in all of the mountain ranges just yet. We can probably hold out right there for now at least, so we won't evacuate that area. Alright, so, let's see. Germans still doing poorly. The fact that they were just in complete collapse means we probably should have helped them a little while earlier. That was a terrible mistake, in retrospect. Alright, you guys are all to retreat. Just start pulling out of there. Let's see, these forces are all doing alright. We are winning some battles, at least defensive battles. Battle's not doing too well, nor is that, so we'll not rush it. We have them cut off from their supplies, so we really don't need to worry too much about them. This group will just move up. The United States is really being a problem. It looks as though the Axis may have been at the brink of collapse when we came in to support them. We'll send this group over, and sadly that counts as a retreat. Alright. These groups are going to start retreating back towards Sevastopol. We'll charge over to the other side of the river. Alright, ultimately, not ideal, this. We can hopefully get at least something of a defensive position set up. And this really goes to show what I was saying about, in the worst case, if things do start to fall apart, it's good that we've learned it like this. While we can still probably salvage at least something of the situation, we'll hold out that city as long as we can because it'll give us some good defensive bonuses. All of our under-equipped divisions are going to fall back. These units are all going to retreat. So are these units. That group has to stay put for now. The United States is really being a problem. Alright, these forces are going to go around. We really can't deal with the United States and their belligerence right now. This group is not going to attack right there. Alright. So we are doing well in one of our three primary locations for this fight. That United States force is going to be an issue. Probably fighting right there as well. We lost that battle immediately. Lost that battle too. All of these corps are going to start falling back. We might have to reorganize our forces depending on how quickly things fall apart. Alright. Let's see. We're being attacked quite significantly. This group's also going to fall back. We might have them fall back in the direction of Crimea or back over into this direction. It doesn't really... That remains to be seen. Whichever one we choose. Are the Germans doing well? No, poorly. Alright, good. Good in the sense that it's not actually good. We'll rush these men forward. All sorts of battles. Apparently Baku is being fought for. So we'll just fall back from there. Right there as well. We'll fall back from there. We're not going to try to defend these areas. We're going to really focus our defenses right here. I am tempted to go to war with Germany just so we can press forward to more defensive locations. We definitely got into the war with the Soviets at arguably the wrong time, just given the current diplomatic situation. Just around the world. Oh well, not much we can do about that now. We are in it. And I'm going to do my best to save the Italian country, even if it means saving up and just kind of holding out until we can eventually get nukes and then just nuking the world. A bit anticlimactically though that may be. Looks like we might have to deal with some issues over this entire area, which would be a problem, but as long as we control the river, we will have a defensive location here. Are these guys getting supply issues yet? Somewhat, not really. Ah, we did win that though, that's good, that's good. What about here? Yes, very much so. Alright, great. This unit will just go there. These guys are going to keep going up. This guy will go around. Carrier air groups, right to there. Oh man, this is something. Not exactly something good. Alright, this group's probably going to have to start retreating in a moment. Looks like we got another carrier air group as well. Admittedly, I'm starting to question our focus on all of these ships, as it is kind of what I was saying a while ago, that if we are going to start losing on land, no amount of navy is really going to save us. We might want to start focusing a little bit more on armor production, so let's actually do that. We'll get some really heavy armored divisions with just armor, self-patrol or self-propelled, and we will rush those. In fact, we're going to get 2 groups of that. And those are going to be the mainstay of our military force, because we need something to act as a hammer or an anvil or something, just something sturdy that will hold its own against the Soviets, at least for a small amount of time. Right there, we're losing. We're going to just keep falling back. These units are all rather disorganized. Every one of you is to fall back. Looks like the Persians are doing some good over there. Alright, you guys are to fall back. We should probably start weakening this upper echelon area, just because it won't really matter how powerful that is if they get cut off from supplies. So this group will fall back to there. These groups will go reinforce Odessa. Nova Odessa we're going to just give up on. And this entire little pocket, or pocket in potential, is going to fall back. They are attacking us in this city, so we'll bring these forces up to reinforce. We'll get these men over, and in fact we're not going to just give up all this land. We will send these mechanized divisions up. We will keep a few back in reserve just in case things really take a turn, which they might. Honestly, at this point it isn't even something I would qualify as really taking a turn. It would just be if things go kind of how they're already going. Let's see, this group is going to charge over. This group will get there soon. We did win that pretty handedly, so maybe they are out of supplies now. Not yet, apparently, but hopefully soon. This group will circle around. This group will also help. Alright, right there, you guys are going to just keep falling back. It looks like all of you guys are going to retreat generally just in the direction of Crimea. So you fall back. Radar station. Well, I mean, it was a nice idea a while ago. I guess we'll place it here. Battlecruiser anti-aircraft we don't need to worry about. On the bright side, since the Germans are probably not doing very well, if we do defeat the Soviets, then, you know, we'll probably have a pretty easy fight against Germany. We did kind of let them die, and that could have been something we may have wanted to avoid doing. I'm starting to realize. Nuclear reactor, that's good. Let's produce one of these bad boys. Let's rush that. Let's see, technology, industry, civil nuclear research, I believe we have to get that up to 4, so we have some time. Radar station, we'll just upgrade you. Now that battle's going much better. Hopefully we'll be able to win this. Looks like the Soviets are bringing in some considerable reinforcements, so we'll have to go just maintain control over this area. It looks like they are losing that. We'll go take that victory point, not that it really matters. Alright, right there. Can we survive until reinforcements arrive? Maybe. I was going to say probably, but really I don't know. Okay, the answer is no. These forces are going to stay there. Alright, you keep put. You also keep put there. Can you guys survive? Maybe. We're not going to risk it, though. We have to fall back with those guys. These guys will all stay put. Alright. What about Mykolaiv? We're not winning there. Fall back, guys. We'll hold this position for a while as long as we can. We'll get the Marines back because they're slower. And we'll hold on to Crimea, the Crimean Peninsula. Alright, so, here was Okay, here was where the Germans were holding. We've kind of fallen back and lost our lands. The Germans are also falling back. So we'll just leave that up. Operation Black Ice. Yeah, we made it there, and this is actually working okay, but now the Soviets have a large amount of troops there. So what we're realistically going to end up having to do is defend ourselves pretty much wherever we're able to. We can also probably add some war goals. Add war goal, acquire territory. Let's see. Caucasus region. We're going to take that if we can. Alright, so when we come back, we're going to redesign our war aims to be a little bit more realistic. Probably focus on the defense for a while. Things aren't going particularly well, you could say. We're even losing India to the Americans, so yeah, get ready for a long, hard slog. But when we emerge from the other side, hopefully we will emerge victorious. We do still have naval control over the Mediterranean, which is not nothing, and we may be able to land some forces over behind the Soviets and maybe get some good encirclements in. We do have this group trapped, which is not nothing. And yeah, the more Soviet forces we're able to encircle and destroy, the better we'll be able to do, and the closer we'll come to not all losing this war. So yeah, probably waited way too long for this war with the Soviets, but you know, you live and you learn. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Things got a bit more real than I had expected.